I quit my job in the middle of the pandemic and we wanted to work together. So we said, hey, like, let's think of something that we can eat and use every single day. And it turned out to be the cheesecake. Right now, we are really excited to be launching our new format. So it's a newly reformulated product, which tastes even better. Also, now expanding into retail, which is kind of our next frontier.
All right, this is another episode of the Founders Pack Form Your Own Pack podcast. My guest today is Candace Wu from Wonder Monday. Candace, how are you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. You are in Boston.
That's right. One of the cheesecake capitals of the world, aside from New York, that is.
Now is, apparently. So is Boston cheesecake a thing, actually?
Not really, but I
Okay,
made it up because we're building a cheesecake
it is
empire.
now. All right, so for people that don't know, who is Candace and what is Wonder Monday?
Awesome. So my name is Candace, and I'm one of the founders of Wonder Monday. We make low carb, high protein, no sugar added cheesecakes that taste just like the real deal.
Amazing. And what was the motivation for you starting Wonder Monday?
I mean, it's pretty simple. My boyfriend and I walked into a grocery store and realized that there were no options for a cheesecake that we couldn't fit into our lifestyles. Every cheesecake we saw in the market was either a massive party sized cake that there was no way I was ever going to bring that home, or it was filled with natural, like other, like sort of artificial fillers, or it was filled with 1,000 calories and things that I wouldn't be eating every single day. And so I thought, why not take a one of the most beloved American desserts, the cheesecake, and turn it into something that you can eat every single day. And that's how Wonder Monday was born.
Amazing. Now, were you a food entrepreneur before, or is this just kind of like a one-off idea that set you down that path?
Yeah, so definitely not a food entrepreneur. I my background was in tech and consulting, and so started my career in Accenture and did a lot of product management for different major tech companies. And most recently, I was at Weight Watchers, helping them rebuild their mobile app and really focus on helping their 5 million members transform their diet and their wellness plan with an online app experience. And I was really passionate about health and fitness, and my co-founder is as well. He was a YC founder who started a health tech company, and I quit my job in the middle of the pandemic, and we wanted to work together. So we said, hey, like, let's think of something that we can eat and use every single day. And it turned out to be the cheesecake.
I love it. I'm actually going to share my screen, which I don't always do, but I'm going to do in this case. And this is the Wonder Monday website. And I notice you have Tolstoy there, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know
That
if
was
you
me.
want to, if there's anything you want to comment. It's a great website, by the way. I really like the colors and everything. But these are bite-sized cheesecakes, and I can just buy them online.
Yeah. So we got started online in late 2021 and saw really great early traction. And we now can ship to every single state in less than 2 days. So direct to consumer is our main channel. And we just launched our retail product a week ago at Expo West, which is one of the largest natural and organic product trade shows in America.
Amazing. That is great. And now I think you had mentioned that you had gone through some accelerator, and I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about what that experience was like and then what you gained out of that.
Yeah, so we went through the California Milk Board Dairy Accelerator back in 2021, and that was a really phenomenal experience because they give you $10,000 and it's no equity, so just straight up a grant. And then we also went through the Mondelez cohort, so they choose 10 startups that they're betting on that are reinventing the snacks category and have a better for you mission. And so we were selected in 2022. Those both programs were essential for our success.
Amazing. All right. If you could offer other founders only one piece of advice, what would that be?
My number one piece of advice is to work with people that you want to grow with and just choose the right partners, because ultimately business is not just business, it's a human activity, and you want to wake up every day and be with people who believe in your mission, who you think are kind-hearted, good people. And I think early in my days, I definitely made mistakes of partnering with the wrong people, and that has downstream consequences that impact the business as well as your own well-being. So for me, it's always picking the right partners and just trusting my gut feeling when I'm getting a bad vibe from someone. Go with it and listen to your intuition.
That is great advice. So just out of curiosity, you and your co-founder have different skill sets, or are you kind of similar? Like, how did that work out for you?
Yeah, so we have definitely complementary skill sets, and that's not something we planned. It just happened, which is awesome. And I would just say thank you, universe. So I do all of the sales and marketing. We do product and R&D together, and then he does a lot of the ops finances. So that's kind of how we naturally have diverged. But in the early days, we were both in the commercial kitchen baking cheesecakes. So we share the same values, and that's what
he was making the cheesecakes, guys.
Yeah. So back in the day, of course, we definitely made every single cheesecake ourselves, but now we split up. So we're no longer making them ourselves, which is a blessing.
How does that work out of curiosity? Like a commissary or something?
Yeah. So if you are a food startup, you have two options. You can self-manufacture, or you can find a contract manufacturer to produce your product. And so you see brands that self-manufacture, and then they're either doing that at a small scale, like in a commissary kitchen, where that's how you can get your food licenses, etc. And as you scale up, you can actually build your own facility and have a dedicated facility to produce your product. Or you can partner with someone who has all the machinery and all the staff, and they would just produce the product for you on a contract basis.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of capacity coming up. We're going through some weird days lately, so
yeah.
But fingers crossed. All right, so what is next for you guys? Like, where are you going with the brand and the product?
Yeah, so right now we are really excited to be launching our new format. So it's a newly reformulated product, which tastes even better. And I mean, I thought it tasted great before, but I think it's like next level tasty now, as well as launching new flavors, and also now expanding into retail, which is kind of our next frontier. And we're really excited about that because all our cakes are single serve, and they are perfect to grab and go. And they still maintain incredible macros. So low sugar, 2 grams of sugar for one cake, 10 grams of protein for the entire cake, and then also 3 net carbs, which is basically like a protein bar. Like you get to eat
that's very much. I'm picturing a bar, and I can't remember what it is, but I can.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually, so you're in Boston. We're in Boston. I just invited you on March 22nd. We're doing a dinner there, so hopefully you can come, and maybe if you want, like, let us know if you want to bring samples.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Definitely.
We might as well, right?
Yeah, might as well. Might as well be serving cheesecakes for dinner at that point.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hopefully the Bostonian doesn't kick us out. Candace, I want to thank you for your time today. I'm going to wrap with a couple quick things. First of all, how do people get in touch with you? And who is a good contact for you? Who do you want to talk to?
Yeah, so you can find us at wondermonday.com. We ship to all 50 states. And we just launched our variety pack, so you can try all of our top selling 4 flavors at once. And you can find me on Twitter, so Candace W. Wu.
I will find you on Twitter if I already haven't. All right, the final thing is, as you know, we like interesting guests on the podcast. So when we have an interesting guest, we like you to nominate another interesting guest. We typically talk to founders or investors in scalable startups. So who would you, Candace, like to nominate and introduce us to as a future guest?
I would love to nominate Ali Bonar from Oathouse, and she's a good friend of mine and also fellow CPG founder, and she makes delicious granola butter.
Oh, okay. Wow. That sounds amazing. So it's Ali. And what was the company's name? I'm sorry.
Oathouse.
Oathouse. That's easy enough. Okay. Ali from Oathouse, you've been nominated by Candace. Candace, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to following your journey.
Awesome. Thanks.